the news.
Hi, I'm Tessa with Brainrot News with a few bits of news for you to choke on from March 13th. Donald Trump's latest attempt to fire half of the federal government like he's running a bankrupt steakhouse has hit a major inconvenience: the law. U.S. District Judge William Alsop just told Trump's Office of Personnel Management to sit down and shut up after they tried to boot thousands of federal workers across 6 agencies because apparently you can't just fire people en masse for funsies. The firings were supposedly about government efficiency, which is code for we'd like to gut everything that makes life slightly less unbearable. While the ruling saves some jobs, 16 other agencies are still on the chopping block. Don't worry, I'm sure Trump has a backup plan, something like letting everything collapse and then blaming immigrants later. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? In a rare moment of restraint, the White House pulled Dave Weldon's nomination for CDC director just 12 hours before his Senate hearing, because even in this administration, there's apparently somehow a line between bad decision and actively summoning the Black Death. Weldon, a former congressman and full-time vaccine skeptic, is all set to lead the nation's premier public health agency, because who better to guard the henhouse than a fox with a medical degree during an active measles outbreak? Even some Republicans stepped up and grew a spine. His bromance with HHS Secretary RFK Jr., America's top YouTube certified infectious disease specialist, probably didn't help. RFK Jr. was very upset about the nomination being pulled, presumably because it interfered with his plans to treat pandemics with essential oils and prayer circles. But don't worry, America's health is still in the very capable hands of a man who thinks vaccines are mind control and that microwaves can melt your DNA. Now we wait to see who they nominate next, because knowing this administration, we're one bad decision away from putting a medieval bloodletting enthusiast in charge. The next pandemic is going to be so much fun. A federal judge just told Elon Musk he has to cough up records about his latest government efficiency scam, because apparently running a shadow agency out of your Twitter account is not how democracy works. 14 Democratic attorneys general are suing over Musk's unchecked authority, arguing that running major parts of the federal budget without Senate confirmation is somehow, illegal. You heard that right. We're now at the stage of late-stage capitalism where one guy gets to decide how the country is run because he's rich enough to buy his own rules, but maybe not. Musk now has until April 2nd to hand over documents, which means we're about 2 weeks or less away from a 50-tweet thread explaining why the founding fathers would have loved Dogecoin and how Thomas Jefferson would have totally supported the government by being a Tesla shareholder. Click the link below for part 2.